At the end of season 2, Smith and Helen suffer a devastating loss, which is that their son turns himself in to be euthanized. And Smith has to live with the knowledge that he trained his son all too well in the tenets of Nazism. And in a sense, he's responsible. He's convinced himself and Helen that if he can only hold on to power, that he can guarantee that the machine won't swallow up Jennifer and Amy the way they did Thomas, that he's never going to let that happen again.
What's wrong?
Mary said that she's been spreading those rumors again about the girls.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Our jobs are to protect our children, and we did such a good job at raising him into this doctrine that he did what he thought was right, and this is what it's cost us. To see where they are now in season 3 and see what they are experiencing, it's so much more heartbreaking when I'm reminded of where they came from and how deeply they loved each other.
How was your trip?
It's good to be back.
It's dangerous, I think, to think of Smith as bad, although, of course, he's at the top of an evil system. At least in his own mind, he's made the best choices that he can.
What do I have to do?
Nothing. Nothing. Just keep doing what you're doing. You just have to let me know what that is. At all times.
That's what was interesting for me about Smith, is that he's not just a bad guy, he's a good guy trapped in a bad guy.
What can I do for you, Oberste Gruppenführer?
We have reports that Juliana Crane may be headed your way.
At the end of the day, Keto does not admire Smith. Even though they both have strict moral codes, they both will serve those codes to the very end. He sees that Smith is absolutely someone to be reckoned with.
Congratulations. I think John Smith is one of our most complex characters. He is driven deeply by his need to protect his family. That's his first priority. His father had been a banker, his father killed himself, and that also had a major impact on him, and his fear of weakness, his fear of that ever happening to him.
You have a man who is very respected in his world, who, to all intents and purposes, is regarded as a pillar of the community, a loving father. His reasons for wanting to get to the top of the Reich is because you can't quit, and he's really taken on the externals of the Nazi way of thinking.
As a family, we are going to be celebrating your brother. We want the world to know how proud we are.
His greatest fear, I think, is what is really in danger of happening. His greatest fear is that he's made a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. He has sacrificed his family to save his family.